Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Joanna and this is How We School. Today we're going to be talking about what we'll be using to study Thanksgiving in our home. We're really going to be reflecting on being grateful and thankful for so many wonderful things, and that is what we're mostly going to focus on, but we are still going to focus on Thanksgiving and the history, but not too much in depth because we have been studying U.S. history, so we have gone through Plymouth, the Wampanoags, the Mayflower, and so on. So we're really going to focus mostly on being grateful. But I'm going to share with you guys the things we're going to be using. We'll be doing about a 4-day study on this. First and foremost, thanks for being here. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you decided to stop in and watch this video. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm so glad you're spending some time with us today. All right, I have a 10-year-old who I homeschool, and these are the materials we'll be using, but they're really great for a big range of ages. So the first thing we're using is Thanksgiving Unboxed, and this is a PDF, and it's not too long. I should get a binding machine, right? If you have a binding machine you love, please let me know in the comments which one you love and why, because I need one. So anyways, back to this Thanksgiving Unboxed. We're using Thanksgiving Unboxed. It is a downloadable PDF from History Unboxed, and it was only $2.99. I really like it because it is a nice nonfiction. It's look at Thanksgiving. It looks into the history of Thanksgiving, the Wampanoags, a look into Native peoples, a look at the Pilgrims, a look at the kind of foods that might have been there at the first Thanksgiving. It has some Wampanoag recipes, some colonial recipes. It's talking about how it's seen as Day of the Mourning, or how the Wampanoags now call it the Day of Mourning. And there's links, there's a book list, and so on. And the way it's written is just not too long, very informative. So it's just perfect to add in. And we're using mostly picture books. You're gonna see that there's only one book that is not a picture book. The rest is all picture books, so it won't be a very long study for us. And it also has activities in here. It has a couple of ideas, and then a basket weaving activity, which is something my son will be working on while I'm reading these books. I'm hoping he'll be able to accomplish 2 to 3 of these baskets that he can bring to Thanksgiving and share with family. All right, so as I said, Thanksgiving Unboxed, that's the first thing. I did have a couple of the books that were recommended in the Thanksgiving Unboxed. And the first one is Giving Thanks, a Native American Good Morning Message by Chief Jake Swamp. And I've owned this one for a while because I really love it. It is a, here we go, it says right here. The words in this book are based on the Thanksgiving address, an ancient message of peace and appreciation of Mother Earth and all her inhabitants. This is one I really do enjoy, and just a beautiful message, and very short, easy. You can use it for a poetry tea time or just read anytime. We Are Grateful by Tracy Sorrell, another one I absolutely love. And she has another book, I believe it's We Are Still Here is the name of the other one, I own that one, and I also definitely recommend that book if you're looking for more Native books written by Native authors. So this one is, oh boy, I want to make sure I pronounce this word right. Ojalihe is a Cherokee word that is used to express gratitude. Every day, every season, we are grateful. And so it goes through the seasons and what they are grateful for. Yeah, you can see. The other book they recommended, and this is, like I said, the only one that is not a picture book, is History Smashers, The Mayflower, Kate Messner. So I do like this one. It has pictures and illustrations inside. And we have yet to use any History Smashers, so I'm quite excited to use it. I did see pictures in here somewhere, I don't know where now. Just finding illustrations now. But I'm excited because I've heard good things about History Smashers, so I'm hoping it works out for us. The next one is 1621, A New Look at Thanksgiving. This is by Catherine O'Neill Grace. and Margaret M. Bruchuk. And this one we have already read, but I pulled it out because it is one of the ones that was recommended in Thanksgiving Unboxed. And we use this one. As I said, we've been doing US history, so we've already read it. But we've really been enjoying nonfiction, to be honest. So this was one we really enjoyed. It gives you a look at Thanksgiving, how it became. Well, that was another thing that was in the Thanksgiving Unboxed, how it became a national holiday, which I didn't know. So for me, that was new. So in this one, you're gonna learn a little bit about the Wampanoags and the Pilgrims and the harvest and so on. So we enjoyed these. We also read 1620 Mayflower. We enjoyed that one as well. These National Geographic books are probably some of our favorites for nonfiction. And now onto some books that weren't on there, but that we'll be reading in our home. And I did try to pull as many books as I could that were written by Native authors. And this is a book I got this year that I absolutely love. And while it's not about being so much about being grateful and thankful, it is about being a good ancestor. And I really love this one. Be a Good Ancestor, Leona Prince and Gabriel Prince. So it says, be a good ancestor with your thoughts. Thoughts become ideas. Ideas become actions. Actions become movements. And movements become change. And I just love this book. And I fell in love with it when it came in. I had ordered it. I didn't know what it was going to be like. But it is everything. It's the illustrations, really the words is what has me in this book. So Be a Good Ancestor. Another book I like, if you wanted to have a poetry tea time or something like that, is Giving Thanks, Poems, Prayers, and Praise, Songs of Thanksgiving by Catherine Patterson. And look at that cover. Even just the end pages in here are my favorite. Look at those. And it's just that. It's poems, prayers, and praise songs of Thanksgiving. So another one that we'll have out. And this is just a cute little picture book because my child has always liked Mouseskin. And we have a little stuffed mouse that we say is Mouseskin. So this one's Mouseskin's Thanksgiving by Edna Miller. We've had this for a very long time. It was like a used library book. As you can see, it's not a new book. So that one will come out. We've already read this one, but this is a good one because it is speaking on the Wampanoags and their life before the Pilgrims. So this is People of the Breaking Day by Marcia Sewell. And so they're preparing and just what their lives are like. We really, I don't know if it was a favorite of ours, but we did read through this whole thing. And like I said, it's a good one if you did want to read up on the Wampanoags and their lives before the Pilgrims. Here's another one, Nicomo, A Thanksgiving Celebration by Jackie French Kohler. And this one is on the Native peoples preparing for a Thanksgiving feast. So I really try to pull this one out. And when we read Mayflower 1620, a new look at a pilgrim voyage. So if you want to learn more on the Pilgrims, like I said, we really did enjoy these National Geographic nonfiction books during our study of the Mayflower and Plymouth. This was one I really liked. I don't know what it is about this one. Maybe it's the illustrations. I'm not sure that it was maybe just the right amount of information, not too much, not too little. So this is DK, the Mayflower, the perilous voyage that changed the world. So again, learning a little bit more about the Puritans, how they got to go, how they decided to go on the Mayflower. Well, it was really two ships, how they ended up on the Mayflower and why they were headed to the colonies. And it does end the book with the first Thanksgiving. Let me find that page. So I really enjoyed this one. I would definitely add it to a library, or if you don't want to add it to your library, I would definitely pull this one from the library if you study the Mayflower in 1620. We just recently got this book. It is not about Thanksgiving or the Mayflower, but it is about a pilgrim, a Puritan poet, pilgrim rebel, the story of Anne Bradstreet, America's first published poet, by Katie Munday Williams. Look at that. And I just love these illustrations like this. So if you know anything about Puritans, you know a female would most likely not be a poet. So this is the first published female poet, and it is a really sweet read, and we enjoyed it very much. Definitely recommend that if you wanted to have some sort of look at another, at a specific pilgrim that wasn't just like Bradford or something like that. Another one is Squanto's Journey, the story of the first Thanksgiving, by Joseph Bouchak. And this is supposedly Squanto's story, Quantus Quantum. And another one that we just got this year, I have pre-ordered this. I don't think I've shared it because I've been waiting for this moment for Thanksgiving. So it's by Daniel Green Deer, Anthony Perry, and Alexis Bunton. This is Kipanamak Weachaman's Thanksgiving story. So I really like this one because it is about the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash. And Fox helps them because there's some new visitors, but they're going to rest. And he's going to keep an eye out and let them know when they wake back up. But the story is told from Weachaman, which is corn. And it's just a very beautiful book. And it says the story of the first Thanksgiving from a Native American perspective. We really enjoyed it. And it was just a beautiful book. And I was so happy to add this one to my library this year. And I can already tell it will be one that we will read every year for Thanksgiving. So keep a namak. Sorry, just want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correct. All right, and that's what we'll be using this year for Thanksgiving and celebrating being grateful and thankful this season. All right, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. If you want to see any of the books up close, let me know. And I will be glad to do a video on any of them or a few of them. I will link the History Unboxed, Thanksgiving Unboxed PDF in the description box below. I'm so glad you guys came by, spent some time with me, and looking at what we'll be using in the coming weeks for, really we're just going to use it probably for like 3 or 4 days. It's going to be a very quick study in our home, but what we'll be using for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'm so happy you stopped by. Bye.
I'm here for your fun fact. So, when you hear the first Thanksgiving, what do you think? I'm going to give you a second to think about it and answer. Okay, if you guessed the first one was the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, you're wrong. If you guessed it wasn't, let's see if you're right. So, the Native Americans, they had big harvests. So when they would harvest, every time they would have this festival. And it was kind of like their own Thanksgiving. So really, that was really the first Thanksgiving. There's a fun fact.